There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Dinos is the deck I chose to get Plat 1 with. This is what the Dino breakdown looks like if I were to open it up to see what the top main deck cards are and the top extra deck. We have a top sample deck of what the deck looks like. This is automated. Now, the core of a Dino deck is all about two cards, the Babysaur and the Archosaur. That's it. Those are the main two cards. Oh, but what about Miscellaneous? What about Oviraptor? What about Tyranno? Well, Oviraptor and Miscellaneousaurus help you get to the Archosaur and the Babysaur. The deck is all about destroying the Babysaur. The ways to destroy Babysaur, which you should take note of, is as I'm going to tell you right now. Number one, you could destroy Babysaur with the Archosaur, with the baby being in your hand or the field. Number two, you could destroy the baby with Oviraptor. Number three, you could destroy the baby with your ultimate conductor Tyranno. Number four, you can destroy the baby with Scrap Raptor. Number five, you could destroy the baby with your Scrap Wyvern. And number six, you could destroy the baby from your deck with Lost World. That's 6 ways to pop the baby. The deck's all about the baby and the Archosaur. Now, why is the Archosaur so important in addition to a pop in the baby? The Archosaur allows you to search for a double evolution pill. The double evolution pill will summon your ultimate conductor Tyranno from your deck. Now, that's insane because this card can attack every monster on the field, can flip all of your opponent's monsters face down without targeting within the main phase, and you could boost this card up to 7,000 attack with the effect of the number 60, and you could also give it piercing damage with Pentastag. Pentastag, Duragus, number 60, and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is 7,000 attack piercing into every single monster on the field. That's what you do turn 2. But what does the deck do turn 1? Well, it being all about the baby and the Archosaur, let's watch it do a turn 1. This was our Plat 1 game for the rank up. I have the Archosaur, I don't have a baby. Now I got a baby. Now we're talking, now we got the baby. The deck is so powerful that you could lethal even after using Pot of P. Pot of P's main downside is you can't win that turn, but not with this deck. This deck could deal 16,000 damage in that single turn. So we're going to Archosaur pop the baby. Baby activates after grabbing the pill with the Archosaur. We're going to summon the Oviraptor. Oviraptor is going to grab a Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus, we want to grab another baby because we want to be able to use the Oviraptor to destroy the baby. But the problem is the baby is level 2, and we do not want Miscellaneousaurus to banish the baby from the graveyard because the Oviraptor is going to summon it. So to solve that problem, we sent the Archosaur to the graveyard by linking into Linkuriboh. Now we could banish the Archosaur and the Miscellaneousaurus to summon a baby from the deck. Now we got a baby from the deck. Now Oviraptor is going to destroy the baby to summon the other baby from the graveyard. But which baby do you know to summon? Konami does not make it easy. It's going to be the baby on the right. On the right is the bottom of your graveyard. On the left is the top of your graveyard. The left is the new baby you destroyed. The right is the bottom baby. If you summon the wrong baby, then you don't get to activate the baby in the grave. It's a big mistake. Then, usually on your last baby activation, if you have no other way to destroy your baby, you want to summon a Scrap Raptor, which could destroy the baby again, okay? So you're summoning a baby destroyer. By destroying the baby summon another baby because we just want to get the effect for free. If a Scrap Raptor does not have a baby to eat, then it eats itself. You have to pop itself if there isn't a baby on the field or a petite on the field, all right? And by destroying itself or another baby on the field, it will allow you to perform an additional summon this turn with a Scrap Monster. So now we have that additional Scrap Monster summon by popping the baby or itself. Then you want to link off into Wyvern. Wyvern is another baby popper. It's going to summon a scrap from the graveyard. Then you want to destroy your scrap to then summon a scrap from the deck and then destroy your baby. Understand that? If it witnesses a scrap monster being destroyed, it will summon a scrap from the deck and then destroy any card on the field without targeting, which will be your baby. Now, because Scrap Raptor was destroyed by a scrap effect, it will search for a scrap monster. And remember, we have that additional summon by popping the baby earlier. You do want to summon another Scrap Raptor. If you are playing the version with Scrap Golem, this is where you would summon Scrap Golem. You could put any scrap monster in your deck. I don't really like this too much. Maybe I will in another version of the deck. And we destroy the baby with the effect of the Wyvern. Baby going to summon a Giant Rex. Why not baby summon another baby or even a petite? Well, we're out of babies and we're out of ways to destroy the baby. So on your final destruction, if you have no other way to destroy the baby, baby summon Scrap Raptor. If you already did Scrap Raptor on your final baby destruction, you generally want to summon a Giant Rex or a miscellaneous source for the next turn follow-up. That could be a good replacement for the Giant Rex if you have Giant Rex in your hand or you already did Giant Rex or you're doing another play, okay? Now at this field, we want to do some plays. The Scrap Chimera is an additional summon that's activating to summon the Scrap Raptor from the grave. And then, boy, that's it right here. This is the final board. We're going to make our final board right here. No more baby popping, no more searching, no more doing anything crazy. Make the best board you can here. So with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, we could summon itself by banishing 2 Dinos. With the Pill, we could summon another Ultimate Conductor from the deck. With this field, you could look at it and be like, hey, I can make an Apollo USA, right? Make an Apollo USA. You can make a level 8 Synchro. You can make a rank 4 Exceed. We could rank 4 Exceed into Lagia. You could rank 4 Exceed into Dolka. This is your final field, and now you just use your extra deck however you want. So let's see what we do. You want to get Giant Rex in the graveyard because when it's banished, it will summon itself back on the field. All right, Apollo USA seems good. And Giant Rex come onto the field by banishing with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then again, let's see. We're not doing combos anymore. We're just finishing the painting. What can we do here? We have tuner, tuner, non-tuner, non-tuner. We can make 2 level 8 synchros. We can make a rank 4 Exceed. Let's see what we do. Okay, let's make a Boro load. We do have the Scrap Wyvern in the graveyard. Let's equip it, and then we got 2 negate anything. And let's rank 4 Exceed into anything we want. Well, this one's good because it requires Dinos, and it's a Solemn Judgment. This is a Solemn Judgment rank 4 Exceed. Are we done? Well, we have an Evolution Pill. Normally, the Evolution Pill summoning the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from the deck, and then we'd be done. But since we had the Conductor Tyranno in your hand, we get to have 2, or summon another monster. I like to summon the Dino Wrestler because if I'm playing against Eldritch, and I don't know if I'm playing against Eldritch, the Dino Wrestler will be able to pop back row. The Ultimate Conductor is not going to be good against back row. So I'll just summon a Dino Wrestler whenever I want. I could pop a Skill Drain. I could pop an Imperial Order. We have multiple monster negates. We have a Solemn Judgment. And we have an Omni negate anything besides a summon. All right? Let's see what we can do. This is just 2 cards. This is from Baby and Archosaur. That's it. Baby Archosaur. Foolish Burial. Get Sendin. I'm not negating that. No way. I have so many negates. I'm holding. He is baiting negates. I feel one of the best skills in Master Duel right now is to bait negates. If you memorize a combo, do the other cards first to see if they negate it. And if they don't negate the other cards, then start your combo. That's kind of what this dude's doing. He's trying to feel me out. And I ain't getting feeled up. No way. Apollo's free negates. I'm just going to negate for free. And the main way to deal with Apollo is you have her negate once, then you attack over her. Well, the Ultimate Conductor and the Dino Wrestler are going to protect her. She's not going to be able to be attacked over. She's going to get her full negates. Definitely. Negate, negate, negate. It's just free negate. I don't even care what you're activating. I'm going to negate with Apollo because that's 3 negates on Apollo right there. And then we still have a Solemn Judgment. We still have the Boro load. Now, the most important thing, if you're playing against a Drytron deck and you understand their deck, You want to know that they are baiting you into them being able to Herald the Orange Light you. They want you to negate their card, and then they're going to negate your negate. So always keep Herald of Orange Light in your mind to make sure that your monster on the field does not get negated by Herald of Orange Light. So how did we ensure that? The Boral Load is going to be the anti-Orange Light protection. So if he were to Herald the Orange Light my Apollo, I will Boral Load. Now, if he's activating another card and I use Boral Load to negate, then he could Herald of Orange Light my Boral Load. And the Lagia cannot negate the Herald Orange Light. So the Boral Load's going to be my last negate. It is the backup for the Herald of Orange Light, which you could have Apollo be the backup for Herald Orange Light also. So these two will be the backup. This is a Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment cannot negate Herald Orange Light. I'm going to negate that. And then I have a final negate. I also have Quick Effect, flip all monsters face down. I also have destroy any card in the field, back row or monster. It's insane. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 disruptions. 7 disruptions from a 2-card combo. 7. And I used how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 7 I used up. GG. Easy. You literally could have just memorized the combo I did, and then you have 7 disruptions on the field. All right, we're going second. We're going to have to play through some disruption. What is this? A Trap Tricks deck? Okay, just don't fall for the traps, and you're good. Yeah, I'll be playing Virtual World. I'm also going to play the Ultimate Aggro deck. That's a lot of traps. And if I know anything, I know that this is the main monster of the Trap Tricks deck. If they activate a trap or a Trap Tricks monster, then she gets plussing. So they really want to activate traps. I'm going to Fossil Dig. Generally, it's probably better to use Terraforming first because it could bait an Ash Blossom. Use your least important cards first to bait out negates and anything that they may want to stop you with. Terraforming, nothing. Okay, all right, all right. I'm going to activate Lost Worlds. I'm going to Miscellaneous Source. Now, the great thing about Miscellaneous Source is it's great for going second. Because by activating Miscellaneous Source, during the main phase, my dinosaur monsters are unaffected by all of those traps that activate. As long as they're not continuous traps, we're unaffected. So I could summon into a Torrential, I could summon into a Bottomless, I could summon into anything within the main phase. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to summon the Archosaur, popping the baby. I'm also going to use the Lost World to put a token on the field. He's going to negate my field spell. What the hell? Okay, field spell negated. Now, a good thing to know is that the field spell is not a hard once per turn. So if I could find another field spell at Pot of P, that's going to be very good. Archosaur, destroy the baby. I've not used up my normal summon. Got a double evolution pill. They're going to get their hole from the deck. I'm going to Ash Blossom, negate her, whether it was a good Ash Blossom or not. No. No trap for you. No Trap Tricks, that is. I think she was going to summon a Trap Tricks, actually. Yeah. Solemn freaking Judgment. Holy crap. I thought you were unaffected by everything. Well, the Miscellaneous Source is protecting dinosaurs on the field. This never hit the field. It got negated before being summoned. Now I'm Pot of Peeing. We Pot of Peeing. What can I Pot of Pee for? Nibiru, Ash. Ooh, Miscellaneous. A Lost World. Ooh, okay. Lost World could be cool. I'm going to grab Lost World. Because the cool thing about Lost World is, even though I'm unaffected by everything in the main phase, if I can get a token on their field, they cannot target my monsters with their card effects, which means I'm protected in the battle phase if I have a Lost World on the field with a token. So I'm going to use the pill. I'm going to link off into a Linkuriboh. Double evolution pill, come forth and summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which will trigger the Lost World to put a token on their field for the second time. That, by the way, activated twice. Go into the battle phase, cannot target me. Cannot target me. I'm going to protect the token. What? I'm protecting the token. You know what this fool did? This fool negated my Oviraptor, and I really wanted Oviraptor, so I'm going to get Oviraptor back on the freaking field. By protecting the token from destruction, I could destroy a baby from the deck. Let's go. Protected. Oviraptor. Oviraptor searching for a miscellaneous source, which could be used in main phase 2. Wipe out that token. Now I'm going to pretend like my combo was never disrupted. I'm going to go through my full combo. Summon a baby from the graveyard, summon a Scrap Raptor from the deck. Scrap Raptor is going to pop the baby to summon a baby, and then we're going to, or you could do a Petite. If you're out of babies, you could summon a Petite, because what you need to do with this Petite or baby is summon a Giant Rex. Going to link off into a Scrap Wyvern. I have an additional summon with a Scrap. I'm going to summon the Scrap, pop the Scrap, summon a Scrap from the deck, search for Scrap Chimera. I'm going to pop the Petite, and maybe instead of popping the back row, I could pop the back row. We got the Scrap Chimera. What do I pop? What do I pop? Do I pop the back? I pop the Petite. Very good. Petite, summon a Dino Wrestler Pinkertops instead. So instead of going for a Giant Rex, I'm thinking maybe this might be better against back row. You could do a summon of the Giant Rex instead, though. I'm going to link off into Access Code Talker. Instead of going into Apollo USA, I'm going to get popping on the back row. So I got a pop. I got pop, pop, pop. Let's get popping. Get boosting. And you're going to see what's good. Ready? A freaking Torrential Tribute. That's why I went into Access Code Talker. You cannot Torrential. You could Torrential the Tornado Dragon, Mr. Poppy Jr., all right? You would have got Torrential. You cannot Torrential the Access Code Talker. Pop, pop, pop. Popped a Bottomless Trap Hole, which also could Bottomless my whatever I would have summoned instead. Chimera, come forth and summon, and I mean, there's no way to win, right? I have a pop. I got more pops. I got pops for days. I'll pop that in the end phase. Pop, pop. I don't even know. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Look at all these traps. I'm popping. We popping. And let's not BM. Let's just win the duel. All right. Eldritch. With only 2 back row, though. Okay, shouldn't be that bad. I'm going to get Lost World in. Miscellaneous, make myself unaffected. Oviraptor is going to be great for grabbing the baby. But DK, you said Archosaur is important. Yeah. The Miscellaneous will summon the Archosaur from the deck. So we're good. Now we're untargetable and unaffected by activate effects. Pop the baby. Grab the pill. Baby, come forth and summon. Pop the baby, summon the other baby. Summon a Scrap Raptor from the deck. Scrap Raptor, pop the baby. Baby, summon. Oh, Miscellaneous. Oh my. I want to get negating on that back row as soon as possible. So this is my first non-dinosaur. This is a dragon. This means the dragon could be activated on, and I'm not protected. So I just want to work on that back row. Scrap Wyvern is going to summon the Scrap Raptor. There's actually a lot of plays you could do here. I'm going to summon a Raptor from the deck, and I'm going to pop the token. What the heck? Yeah, if you pop the token, you could protect it with the Lost World by destroying a baby from the deck. Could also have popped the back row. Get a Giant Rex out here. Scrap Chimera. Lagia will protect the Scrap Chimera, which is not a dinosaur. I'm going to just go for Access Code Talker right away, because the thing is, you could extend into other plays, but Access Code Talker is a good way to just get it out so they cannot activate their back row on its summon. Then you can just start wiping out their back row. Wipe it, wipe it, wipe it. Get popping. I actually don't even have another link in the graveyard, but I have Lagia, which will negate whatever that back row is, so I really don't care. Dulka. Get Pillin. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Giant Rex, come forth and summon. The Giant Rex will take out the token. Smack him for 19. Smack him for... Ooh. What is this? Negate. You what, mate? I'm going to negate. But guess what? He's got a counter to my negate. What does he have? What does he have? He's got something to stop my negate. He's got a freaking Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. This is where you just die inside. You're in a tournament, you had an easy win, and you got Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. You could not freaking believe it. But you made a Dulka. Negate the negate. Negate the negate negate. And there you go. Get clapping. Get clapping. There's many different ways to do this turn 2, but just by summoning multiple negates, you got him. You got him. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I was nope, that slipped. That slipped. I'm sorry. I slipped. I slipped. Don't judge. Don't judge. Okay, stop. Stop. Speed that up. Speed that up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lethal! I do want to have a standard hand for this. So let's pot a P, and I'll show you the Nibiru. So I'm just gonna get rid of some cards that we'll probably not be using. Okay. There we go. So I'll show you. We're gonna grab Fossil Dig. Okay. Fossil Dig is going to get us an Archosaur through Miscellaneousaurus, and the Oviraptor is going to get us Babysaur in our hand, all right? Because the whole goal of the deck is the baby and the Archosaur. So I want you to help count the summons with me because I might lose count. So I'm going to grab a Miscellaneousaurus. Summon number 1. This is all about playing around Nibiru. Nibiru is going to be the main card we're playing around here. All right, let's put Nibiru up on screen. Let's grab a baby. Miscellaneousaurus. We're going to banish. We're going to summon the Archosaur. You can't do this in TCG, by the way. This is just in Master Duel. This is legally cheating against a Nibiru. It's kind of nuts. Show the baby. Grab an evolution pill. Baby activates. And we're going to be summoning another baby. So we have 3 summons. 3 summons. 3. Oviraptor, pop the baby. Summon the baby on the right. Summon a Scrap Raptor. How many summons are we on? That's 4? Was that 4? 1, 2, 3. Chat, help me, help me. What summon are we on now? Is this it? This is Nibiru, right? This is where you cheat. This is where their field lights up. If their field lights up here and their field was not lighting up before, okay? You see how it's blue? If their field turns red, then you're going to go, oh, you got Nibiru. Okay. And then you're going to change your play. Your play is going to be different. So what you would normally do is you would Scrap Raptor, pop the baby, and instead of summoning a baby, you will, because you know they have Nibiru, you'll go into Giant Rex. Oh, their field's lighting up again because they have Nibiru. And now you go, what Nibiru? What are you talking about, mate? There's no Nibiru? There's no Nibiru? I don't see Nibiru. Are you out of your freaking mind? What Nibiru? What's a Nibiru? Now it's negated, and then you could keep on going with your combo. Some people will be brave enough to summon a Linkuriboh, which, well, it's okay. It's not brave anymore because you could now negate the Nibiru. So Nibiru is now negated. You just cheated. You saw their field light up on your 5th summon while you're unaffected by Nibiru because of Miscellaneousaurus. You're unaffected. They can't Nibiru you. So now your Linkuriboh can't get Nibiru because Dulka is going to protect. You are protected. So then you will go off, do your thing. You got Scrap Wyvern. Scrap Wyvern is going to grab the Raptor, and then you'll continue from there. You'll pop the Scrap Raptor, summon a Scrap Raptor from the graveyard. Oh, well, you're going to activate the Scrap Wyvern and the Scrap Raptor in the grave. All right, don't negate your own cards. And it would be ideal if you have a card in the field to pop. Like, you could set your evolution pill on this because you do have to pop a card. So if you have nothing else to pop, then you could pop your Scrap Wyvern. And then you can Chimera activates, summon a Scrap Raptor from the grave, and you could, from here, you could make a Lagia if you want, and then with Lagia, you also have the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this is if you cheated and saw they had Nibiru. You saw they had Nibiru. And this would generally be similar to what you would do. And they can't Nibiru, all right? Very good. All right, let's get Lost World in. We could Miscellaneous. Now our dinos are protected. We could then activate the Miscellaneous. Get Banishing. Summon the Archosaur. Archosaur is going to activate, and so will the Lost Worlds. Come on. Give him that token. Now our monsters cannot be targeted by card effects. Very good. Baby is going to activate after we grab the pill. The baby is going to be summoning an Oviraptor. Yes. Oviraptor activates. I'm going to grab an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno here. It's an extra card. It's extra. It's extra. It's extra. To my hand. Okay. Oviraptor can pop the token. And then we're going to use the field spell to protect the token by destroying a baby from the deck. All right. Baby is going to activate, summoning the Scrap Raptor. Move my game up. There we go. All right. Scrap Raptor does not have a baby to pop, or does it? I could just normal summon this baby and pop it. Pop the baby. Pop the baby. Pop it. Get that baby out of here. We haven't even used up our normal summon. That's crazy. And we could do a Petite. We could then go into the Linkuriboh. And if we want to just make this fast and just skip all the other plays, you could just right away like this. Just like this, you could make the rank 4 without doing the Scrap Wyvern. Okay, this is the rank 4. And if you want, you could then go into the Pentastag. This is skipping all the other plays. You could have a Boral load on top of this. Okay. So to summon this, you just need 2 effect monsters. Easy to do. To summon this, 2 level 4 monsters. Easy to do. And then with your double evolution pill, you want to summon it behind the Pentastag. Okay? You have to summon it behind this. Summon the one from the deck. The one in the hand was free. It was extra. It was extra. Now, you're flaming. You are able to flip all the monsters face down by destroying a card in your hand. You can destroy that. Flip them all face down. You can activate this to boost up the attack to 7,000. Detach 2. Get boosted. 7,000 attack. Do not activate your Tyranno. 7K. Boom. And we could also have a Boral load in the field. That's going to be a standard turn 2 combo, lethal. And with Pot of P, you need to deal 16,000 damage. We dealt 14,000 damage. We did 14,000 and we had other attacks, plus you have a Boral load. So with the Pot of P, if they have 2 monsters on the field, you could very likely deal over 16,000 damage to do lethal through Pot of P. Here is the deck I'm playing. How am I being different than the rest of the people? So let's see. I think that's the main thing I want to do with my decks is just show you the free-to-play way to build the deck. So we want to look at the ultra rares. Can you reduce the amount of fossil digs you have? No, don't do that. Do not do that. That is bad. You're gonna play max fossil digs. What else is ultra rare? The Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. If you really want to reduce your boss monster by 1, you could. You could. I would not do so. You don't need Nibiru. You don't need the Max Seas. You don't need the Ash Blossoms. You don't need the Called by the Graves. The Fossil Dig's more important than the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You do not need the Dino Wrestler. All right? And then the rest of the deck, it's super rares. You could play... You could drop to 2, baby, but don't. I don't think so. I'm looking. The Terraforming... You could drop Terraforming. I really like Terraforming, though. The Lost World is insane. I would still play the deck like this. That's what I'm doing, okay? The deck's playable like this. It's playable. Is it optimal? No, it's not optimal. Is there a replacement for Link Karibo that could be used over the Archosaur? Chat, can you tell me that? If I had to cut, I would cut the Dulka before the Lagia. I would, you're gonna have, you don't need access code talker, you don't need the unicorn, you could pretty much put in anything in the extra deck. You don't need the dweller. The secure Gardena is rarely gonna be used. Unfortunately, you need Link Karibo. There are plays where you're going to need to send your Archosaur to the graveyard so that you could use Miscellaneous Source to summon a baby from the deck. So I think the Link Karibo is quite important. It is quite important. The Scrap Wyvern, really important. You could drop the Scrap Raptor to 2. This is kind of as minimal as I would be willing to go. Something like this. So this, with the help of chat and the website of the automated way to play the deck, this is probably as minimal as I would go, and I would still play Dinos. So what would I fill the rest of the cards with? I would very simply, we have free-to-play replacements. We have the free-to-play cards. Any of these. Fill them up. Solemn Judgment from the bundle. You have Lightning Storm from the bundle. You have Ash Blossom from the bundle. Just toss in a bunch of cards to fill out the rest of your deck until you have your Max Seas and Ash Blossoms, and you're good. Great.